Hello again. If you've been working through our video tutorials, you'll now know that you need to update your website. So let's have a look at some of the options on how you can go about doing that. So once you've had a good look through on the search engine optimization for your website, you're going to have a range of changes you need to make. And those changes then need to be uploaded into your site for them to actually take effect. The way in which you update your site very much depends on how it was built for you. If your website was built by a web design company and they have really retained control of the web files and you haven't got a way of editing it yourself, then you are going to have to go back through them each time you want to make a change. So your web designer then is the key to you updating your website. Obviously, every time you do an update, you will have to give them an amount of money, and that then can build up. The whole idea behind search engine optimization is that you're doing frequent updates to your website to keep it fresh with new content, so the search engines really want to take notice of what you're doing. And if you're then having to pay every single time you do that, it can become quite expensive. The other option then is that you might have what's known as a content management system on your website, and this is really a second part to your website which only you have access to, where you can log in and make the changes yourself. Now, content managed websites are generally more expensive to set up in the beginning, but then because you are able to do all the updates yourself, you get back that initial cost in savings for your updates. This is what we push all of our clients towards these days. The whole idea of SEO is becoming more and more important for web-based companies. And content management system then actually encourages you to go in there and start adding content on a regular basis. It's very much under your own control. You can do it exactly when you want, and it becomes a very easy option for you. Everything is done online. You simply have a control panel where you log in. The screen we're showing on at the moment is our own software that we put into our websites, where you have in effect a Microsoft Word style editing package. So if you can handle Microsoft Word, you can then edit your website. All of the changes then are done in a very controlled environment where you make the changes and the website will then implement those changes for you, making sure that you don't break the website pages and things don't start falling to pieces. So if you haven't then got a content management system, and if you haven't, we would advise you to have a look at having your website upgraded to one. Then you're really left with the final option, which is what we would term the hard way, which is using a website design package and actually updating the files directly. If you're familiar with HTML code and this whole idea of website design, then obviously this won't have any impact upon you, and you'll be happy doing this. But if you are brand new to this, do be aware that this is quite involved, and you will need quite a lot of technical knowledge to make this work. And there is the disadvantage in that if you get it wrong, you can actually break your website and either take it offline or make the pages fall apart when people try to view them. And that, of course, can be very frustrating, especially if you don't have a lot of in-depth knowledge. Then if you do make a mistake, it can be hard to fix that mistake and get back to a working website. So we've seen then the various ways of updating your website, and it is something you need to consider, and you need to get this system worked out so you know exactly how you're going to go about making the changes that you've identified by going through this process of search engine optimization. As we stress again, content management systems are what we would say the preferred way of powering your website. It gives you so much extra power to actually do all of this yourself when you want it, without the possibility then of you breaking the website and really causing yourself a lot of stress in that way. So if you haven't got that ability on your website, do have a serious think about having your website rebuilt using a content management system, and that will then make this whole process of SEO, the ongoing work you're going to be doing, just that much easier and that much more cost effective.